You sitting in this seat makes that difference in someone else's world. You have a responsibility, so respond to your ability. Thank you.
But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop. I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place.
They said no matter what, we're going through economically, socially, you're going to get your education. That's why when it was time for me to go to college, my mom sold her house that she worked, day and night to get. She sold her house to send me to college. So by the time I got to college, I took advantage of the opportunity, right? I graduated with 2 degrees from UCR in 2009.
I'll get there with you. But I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
To the hearts of all men, whether they be wicked or righteous, all alike. That's why I believe that God speaks through me every time that I write. And every time that I step to this mic, I try to leave a little piece of myself intertwined into the fiber wires. Cause I don't believe in preaching to the choir, I believe in preaching to the fire. Cause life ain't getting no easier for hustlers or mothers. So how dare I abuse this gift? How dare I not put an amazing amount of time into each and every single poem that I rip? How dare I not spit something positive into the ears of the young woman who's only one overdue bill away from slitting her wrist? How dare I not share my religious views with the woman who no longer goes to church but still attends poetry venues? These poems are Billy's blues mixed with a little bit of Marvin Gaye. These poems are kente cloth dipped into the blood of slaves. These poems are drenched with my grandmother's sweat, who every day with 2 bad ankles and 2 bad knees climbed up 2 flights of steps and sat her grandchildren down on the floor and told them stories about the first time she saw Nina Simone perform live at the Savoy. And even now, with Alzheimer's eating away at her facility, she still has the ability to stare into my cousin's pregnant belly and tell her what the sex of her next baby will be. Now with that type of energy riding through me, how can I not take advantage of each and every single second that God has given me? And with tears beginning to well up in my eyes, she looks at me and says, baby, don't cry. Cause even if you live to be 100, life ain't nothing but a slow death. And there's nothing worse than going through a slow death, living with nothing but regrets. So while you're here, you better pick yourself up by your bootstraps and stick your chest out. Cause one day, even the sun gonna burn out. So I'm learning to stare directly into the sun every time that I write, so that I might know exactly what my own mortality looks like. And as sure as God's energy is infinite, as sure as I speak the language of Egyptian chemists, for as sure as black has been here since the beginning, for as sure as Elin Harris is the new millennium Willie Lynch, making a living off destroying the minds of African women with a bunch of powerful white men behind them funding his plight to make every sister believe that every man she comes across in this lifetime is feminine. I'ma live by my convictions and die by my convictions. And if this life ain't nothing but bullshit, then I brought a hellified snow shovel. Cause you can't truly appreciate God until you learn how to dance with the devil. This life is a 15-round fight under the street lights. You better learn how to stick and move like Ali. You better learn how to rumble, young man, rumble. You better learn how to sleep with your doors unlocked, so when opportunity knocks, you can be like Johnny on the spot. You better learn how to take advantage, or you're gonna find yourself under the canvas. And if you feel like the whole weight of the world is on your shoulders, then you better learn how to lift 36 times your body weight. You better learn to protect your queen, or you're gonna find yourself in checkmate. And you better learn all these things quickly before it's too late. Cause as sure as the pyramids harness the power of the sun, even if you never learn how to live like a man, one day you gonna have to die like one.
Whose world is this? Yo, I'm trying to get to this place that my grandpa told me about as a child. Told me only if you can make it in the faithless ain't allowed. Be a star out your game and name above the clouds. And if you miss, you at least be amongst your own crowd. I smile cause now I see what he meant. I see it in the eyes of mothers when they uncover their sins and repent. Getting closer to Jehovah on they old knees bent. Praying our mind frame switch and these times change quick. But I hate to say it, brother, the youth is too stubborn, too stuck on themselves to ever think about others. They must uncover the scales on their eyes caught lies, leading to deaf, dumb, and blind to a place my mom told me about, where your sins get cleansed cause they bathe in flames. And the only route out is to shout out his name. I was trained to be a soldier for God, but as soon as I used my own thoughts, kinda got lost in a small called reality, where hell is a fallacy and heaven is a fantasy created by man. So don't believe in it. You came here with nothing and you're leaving with nothing, so retreat from this world of deceitfulness. My people, it's time to rise. Realize it's a heaven, whether you think it's inside or in the sky. Reach for it before it's gone internally, and you stuck here below the heavens for eternity.
Whose world is this? Whose world is this?
Looks like this world is yours, right?
Whose world is this? Whose world is this?
Yo, somebody once told me that I'm already in hell. Freedom's a state of mind, it's just the heart of me's in hell.